The Chernobyl disaster remains one of the most catastrophic nuclear events in history, occurring in April 1986. This calamity not only exposed the vulnerabilities of nuclear technology, but also marked a significant moment in the global understanding of nuclear safety and its implications. Central to the disaster were the inherent design flaws of the RBMK reactor, which played a pivotal role in the event's escalation. These flaws, combined with human error, set the stage for a tragedy that would have long-lasting effects on the world's approach to nuclear energy. The timeline of the Chernobyl disaster began with an initial explosion that led to a catastrophic release of radioactive material. Efforts to contain the disaster unfolded over subsequent days and weeks, highlighting the challenges of managing such an unprecedented crisis. In the immediate aftermath, the Soviet government launched a massive evacuation and crisis management operation. Despite their efforts to control the situation, the scale of the disaster quickly overwhelmed existing emergency response protocols, exposing critical gaps in disaster preparedness. The role of the Soviet government in the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster has been widely scrutinized. Their initial attempts to downplay the severity of the situation and the delayed response have been criticized, underscoring the importance of transparency and swift action in the wake of such events. The Chernobyl disaster unleashed an unprecedented amount of radiation into the environment, severely impacting the surrounding nature. Forests, rivers, and wildlife in the vicinity bore the brunt, with areas close to the reactor transforming into radioactive hotspots, altering the ecosystem irrevocably. In the wake of the explosion, the human toll was devastating. Immediate casualties, coupled with long-term health effects such as increased cancer rates and radiation sickness, painted a grim picture of the disaster's impact on human life. Amidst the chaos, a group of brave individuals, known as the liquidators, emerged as the unsung heroes of Chernobyl. These first responders and cleanup workers risked their lives, facing extreme radiation exposure to contain the disaster and mitigate its effects. The economic repercussions of the Chernobyl disaster were staggering. Cleanup efforts and containment measures, along with the healthcare and compensation costs for affected individuals, placed a significant financial strain on the already faltering Soviet economy. Psychologically, the disaster left deep scars on survivors and the global community. The pervasive fear of radiation, along with the trauma of evacuation and loss, highlighted the profound psychological impact that such a catastrophic event can have on humanity. The Chernobyl exclusion zone stands as a haunting reminder of the disaster's magnitude. Within this area, time seems to have stood still, with abandoned buildings and belongings marking a swift evacuation. Today, it serves both as a research area and a stark memento of the tragic event. Wildlife in the Chernobyl zone has shown remarkable resilience, adapting to the radioactive environment in surprising ways. Species thought to be dwindling have flourished, turning the area into an unexpected haven of biodiversity. This resurgence underscores nature's ability to recover, even in the most adverse conditions. The media played a crucial role in shaping the global perception of the Chernobyl disaster. Initial reports were scarce and often downplayed the severity, but as the true scale became apparent, the narrative shifted. This event underscored the importance of transparency and the power of media in crisis situations. Chernobyl today has become an unlikely tourist destination, attracting those curious about its history and the current state of the exclusion zone. It also serves as a focal point for researchers and scientists studying the long-term effects of radiation and for discussions on renewable energy sources. The international response to Chernobyl was significant, leading to changes in nuclear safety and policy worldwide. It prompted a re-evaluation of nuclear power, emphasizing the need for stricter safety protocols and international cooperation to prevent future disasters of a similar scale. Chernobyl's haunting narrative has permeated popular culture, inspiring films, literature, and notably, the gripping 2019 HBO miniseries. These portrayals have played a pivotal role in shaping public perception, bringing the harrowing details of the disaster and its aftermath to a global audience. The medical community has made significant advances in understanding and treating radiation sickness, largely due to studies stemming from the Chernobyl disaster. These advancements have not only helped survivors, but also improved preparedness for handling nuclear and radiological emergencies. The socio-political ramifications of Chernobyl were profound, contributing to the growing discontent that eventually led to the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The disaster exposed the limitations of Soviet infrastructure and governance, fueling calls for transparency and reform. In the wake of Chernobyl, the global nuclear industry has witnessed substantial technological advancements aimed at preventing similar disasters. Enhanced safety protocols, improved reactor designs, and rigorous international cooperation on nuclear safety standards are among the key developments. The children of Chernobyl represent a poignant legacy, as many face health challenges stemming from radiation exposure. Their plight has sparked international aid efforts and research into the long-term genetic impact of radiation, underscoring the disaster's enduring human cost. The Chernobyl disaster serves as a stark warning about the potential dangers of nuclear energy. Despite advancements in safety protocols, the debate continues on whether the benefits outweigh the risks. This ongoing discussion influences global energy policies and the exploration of renewable energy sources. In the shadow of Chernobyl, memorials and commemorations play a crucial role in preserving the historical memory of the disaster. They remind us of the human cost and the importance of vigilance and responsibility in harnessing nuclear power, ensuring that such a tragedy is never forgotten or repeated.